Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to Flirt Insights, where we dig into the science of dating and attraction. No bro advice, no vague motivational takes, just real research, real data, and honest conclusions. So here's something kind of sad when you think about it. Most guys have never, not once, gotten honest feedback on their photos. Your friends just say, "Yeah, man, looks good," because that's what friends do. A dating coach gives you a gut reaction with zero training in what a camera actually does to a face. And a professional photographer, they can shoot you a gorgeous magazine portrait that looks like you're trying way too hard and says nothing about who you actually are. So the average guy just uploads whatever's on his phone, gets crickets, and never finds out why. And this is genuinely one of the most fixable problems in all of dating. Here's the good news. Your face doesn't really change from one week to the next, but how your face reads in a photo, that can change enormously. Angle, light, expression, the setting behind you, none of it needs good genes. Most of it just needs you to understand what you're working with. Let's start with angles, because this is where most guys are accidentally sabotaging themselves. When researchers measure what makes a man's face read as attractive, the same stuff keeps showing up. Faces that score higher tend to be a little narrower, a touch longer, with a chin and nose that project forward and a nice straight profile. In plain English, a defined, angular face beats a soft, wide, flat one. And a strong jaw reads as a healthy, masculine signal that women are drawn to. Now here's why this matters for your camera. The classic low selfie, where you hold the phone down by your chest and shoot up, that does the exact opposite of everything you want. It widens your face, it shortens it, and it buries your jawline. It hits every single wrong note at once. The fix is almost stupidly simple. Shoot from slightly above eye level or dead level. That lengthens the face a little and carves your jaw out against your neck. A few habits that just work. 1. Turn about 3/4 to the camera instead of facing it flat, because a slight turn brings out your cheek and jaw instead of flattening you into a pancake. 2. Push your chin slightly forward and down. Photographers literally call it the turtle. It feels ridiculous, it looks fantastic, and it kills any hint of a double chin. And 3. Hand the phone to a friend. A friend standing a few feet back beats a selfie every time, because that distance removes the lens distortion that bloats your face up close. And there's one more lever sitting under all of this, and it's an uncomfortable one. Body fat shows up in your face. When researchers digitally lowered the body fat in men's faces, those faces looked more masculine and more attractive, because a leaner face just reveals more jaw and more cheekbones. You can't out-angle a soft face forever.
Now, quick warning, because I know how guys hear this stuff. Some of you just heard masculine equals attractive, and you're already hunting for the most extreme jawline angle humanly possible. Pump the brakes. The research actually shows women tend to prefer moderate masculinity, not maxed out masculinity. A face that's too heavy, too dominant, starts to read as cold. So the goal isn't to look like a granite action figure, it's to show the defined, healthy version of your own face and then pair it with warmth. Which brings us to expression, and this is a big one. So many guys default to the same face in every photo. Jaw clenched, no smile, this flat, intense stare they think screams confidence. It doesn't. It usually just reads as guarded, like you're a little annoyed to be there. And the science here genuinely surprised me. Researchers found that people who are more facially expressive get liked more by total strangers. They're trusted more, and they're easier to read. There's this idea of being readable. An expressive face lets someone feel like they can actually read your personality, and that feeling predicts whether they like you in the first impression. Think about what a dating app is. It's a stranger deciding in about a second. A face that gives them something to read beats a face that gives them a brick wall every single time. So a genuine smile or a real mid-laugh belongs on your main photo, not a frozen grin you've been holding for 10 seconds, the real thing. Pro tip, have your friend crack a joke right before the shot. The difference between a real smile and a fake one is visible, and people clock it instantly. Okay, lighting. This is the cheapest upgrade you've got, and almost nobody uses it. Harsh light from straight above, like a ceiling bulb or noon sun, drops ugly shadows under your eyes and makes your skin look rough and tired. Soft, even light does the opposite. And you don't need any gear. 2 free options beat any studio setup. Number 1, open shade. On a bright day, just step into the shadow line of a building or a tree. Soft, flattering, free. Number 2, golden hour. That hour after sunrise or before sunset where the light is warm and low and flatters basically everyone. Now let's talk about what's behind you, because your background is not just filler, it's a status signal, and people read it whether you meant to send it or not. Across big studies, cues to social status raise how attractive a man is rated, and that effect is way stronger for men than for women. And the single most consistent thing women report wanting across cultures and across decades is perceived social status. Your photos are where that perception starts.
2 findings really stuck with me. First, men photographed in the company of women get rated higher. Researchers call it mate choice copying. Basically, if women already seem to enjoy being around you, you read as a safe, desirable bet. And second, even just being photographed alongside other people lifts how you're perceived, like the group itself says, this guy is connected. Now, before you go staging a fake entourage, hold on. This is about choosing photos where the setting does some work for you. A candid where you're clearly the person everyone's engaged with. And here's the trap to avoid. Do not use the group photo where you fade into the back row and people can't even tell which one is you. One more caution on status. The flashy wealth props, the watch laid across the frame, the rented supercar, in a normal Western setting, that stuff usually backfires. It reads as insecure, not impressive. What actually works is looking like a guy who's at ease, included, and good to be around. That comes through in a real laugh way more than in a luxury prop. Now, grooming. And honestly, this is where the effort to payoff ratio is the best in the entire game. It's cheap, it's fast, totally in your control, and none of it touches your bone structure. Fresh haircut in the last couple weeks, a clean beard line or a clean shave, because a defined neckline does as much for your jaw as any angle. Groomed eyebrows, and I'm serious about this one. In a study with over 900 raters, eyebrow thickness was one of the most important features for both attractiveness and masculinity, right up there with the jawline. Then clear skin, decent sleep so you're not puffy, and clothes that actually fit. A fitted plain shirt beats a baggy nice one every time. Fit reads as self-respect. So let's talk about the photos you should delete tonight, because cutting your worst shot often matters more than adding a great one. Kill the all sunglasses profile, because your eyes are most of what makes a face readable. Kill the all serious set, because if not one photo shows warmth, you read as closed off. Kill the group shots where you're not the main character, and kill the photos that are obviously years old. And kill anything where you look uncomfortable, because people feel that tension right through the screen. And then think about the set as a whole, because your photos tell a story together. Aim for 4 to 6, each doing a different job. One clear face shot with a real expression, that's your lead. One honest full body shot. One social shot where you're around people. And 1 or 2 lifestyle shots that hint at something real you actually do. Vary the angle, the setting, the expression. 6 near-identical photos give a stranger nothing to build on. So what do you actually do with all this? The cheapest version is one afternoon, one friend with a good phone, golden hour or open shade. Shoot from face height, turn 3/4, push the chin out, and have 'em make you laugh. Take 100 frames, keep the 4 that work. That alone puts you ahead of most guys out there. The hard part is judgment, knowing which 4 to keep, knowing what your current photos are secretly signaling to a stranger. And that's exactly the part you can't really do for yourself, because you literally cannot see your own face the way a stranger does. That's the whole reason we built Flared. It looks at your photos against this same research, tells you what each one is actually seeing, and gives you a real plan for what to shoot, what to keep and what to cut, grounded in 30-plus peer-reviewed studies, not somebody's gut feeling. So take all of this as a rough guide, add your own character, and point the camera at the version of you that already works. That's it for today. Thanks for hanging out with me, beautiful people. Go take some better photos, and I'll catch you on the next one.